What's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So, I don't know if you saw or not, but I did make it to the Workers Over Billionaires protest in Jackson this weekend or the Monday, and while I would have to say I was a little underwhelmed, especially from my first protest engagement back in May with the No Kings, where it was a pretty good turnout for what I would have expected in Jackson. It was roughly around like 400, somewhere between 400 and 500 people then. And, we had a lot of speakers. We marched, around the entire grounds of the Capitol of Jackson. And it was a great experience. And while this past Monday with this event gathering, it was still a good experience, but it seemed like a limited experience, and like there was no walking or marching around like I would have expected and thought would happen. There was about half the amount of people there Monday. Roughly, I would probably argue maybe somewhere between 200 and 250. May not have really even been 200. It was around probably 200 at least. And there were several speakers, and the speakers did a good job. Don't get me wrong. They spoke very well. They went through all the different issues that needed to be addressed, and did a great job, I thought. It was only about an hour long, even though there was a 2-hour event like scheduling. It was only an hour long. And so it was a little underwhelming, just strictly for Jackson, Mississippi, which, like I even stated you can just understand that this is in the heart of the South, of the deep conservative South. I do not have the expectations of thousands upon thousands of people. It would be great, but I don't have that expectation. But I would have liked it to have been a little more, if I'm being honest. But like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a Monday on Labor Day, so I can kind of understand maybe the ability for that many people for people to come, whether it's because they may people that would have had more the ability to come or would have possibly been having to work a job that would not be off on Labor Day, if you know what I mean. Service jobs and stuff like that. So we were there. I was there in support of workers' rights and workers' unions and power, in the idea that workers should be put over billionaires, along with many other issues that are, one would say, plaguing our country. So I kind of am I'm thinking on this as kind of giving it a somewhat of a pass, because this was only my second experience, and like I said, it was a different one. Like we said, we didn't march or nothing like that, but we did sit there and we had to listen. We got to listen to several speakers. Like I said, did a great job, and one that I actually didn't get to record. That was kind of frustrating because they pretty much said it was done, dropped the banner, started cleaning up, putting stuff up. Half of people had done left, And then I'm recording a little bit of the crowd for a minute. I gave my little outro for the stream. And then, once I'd done that, stopped the stream, whatnot, I started walking myself out. And I'm getting like halfway off the premises when I hear over the speakers again. Hey, for those who are still here, we do have one more speaker. And I'm like, what? I don't know if she was delayed in getting there or whatever the case was, but there was a young lady. I think she says she was like 20 years old. She went to Jackson State. She was from Chicago. And she gave roughly about a 5-minute speech. And it was great. I would argue probably maybe one of the better speeches of the entire day. And the entire moment. But I didn't have time to really pull up my phone, try to start a stream back up. And then by the time I even considered just recording it and kind of just placing it up as an extra video, she was already past some of the best parts that I would have thought would have, anyways, it was unfortunate. And if I can find a video of her from somebody, then maybe I can, do another video, post it or whatever. Because she did a great job. She was basically speaking on the generation, the Gen Z, and that their particular like movement or the group that is doing work around the area, and stating that yes, the young people are here, we are listening, we are fighting too, because the majority of the people there honestly were middle-aged to elderly. At the event, there were a few younger people there, but not very many. Probably having to work. So it was a good experience, but I will just have to leave it to that. It was restrained by I guess the day and yeah, pretty much the day. But there, the overall, there were 1,000 location events all across the United States. I got an email from, I think it was either like 5051 or the Workers for Over Billionaires, like event planning organization or whatever. That their estimation was around 500,000 people across the whole entire United States came out on Monday, which is probably about I would argue probably an accurate number. I mean, if we look back at the No Kings rally, it was well over 1 million, maybe even potentially multiple millions of people on that day. And like I said, even for Jackson, for Jackson at that time versus Monday, it was at least half the people. So I could see, yeah, probably 500K is a easy estimate for how many people probably came out Monday. And that's still good. Especially, like I said, for a Monday, a day that, is reserved for labor workers to rest. Although, service workers still wind up having to work. So it was, it's pretty good. It's pretty overall, I think, a pretty good showing for what it was. I'm hoping going forward we will continue. I think they have some more scheduled. I think there's even possibly one more scheduled for this month. I don't remember the day. Maybe like the 16th, or well, no, I don't think it's the 16th. I can't remember. But once I figure all that out and look out at whenever the next one is, the next major one is, I will now, I'll have a video about it. I will make plans to go again. The plan or idea to live stream it was kind of a last minute thing. Monday, I kind of played in the idea of like, should I live stream it? Should I just do video and pictures like I did before? And I just thought it'd probably be easier for those who could not be there, or even in a location even close to them, if it wasn't, Jackson, or maybe another state, a viewer or something. Or somebody that just wanted to hate watch it, whatever, that you have the opportunity to join and get exposure to that type of event. And while, yes, it would have been great to have had thousands of people or been in a location that would have had tens of thousands or whatever, my location is small, low expectations, but nonetheless, it still was a great event. I still think it was a good event with, like I said, speakers that did a good job of speaking and what they talked about, getting the point across, being clear in motivation, being clear in what they were fighting for, what everybody there was fighting for. And yeah, I wanted that experience to be able to, be seen. So I made the last second decision to go ahead and just live stream it. And it had pretty good results. I had like over 1,500 views. I don't know if those were 1,500 unique views or people that bounced in and out. But nevertheless, it was. I had some engagement, some positive, some not so positive. But I think I did a pretty good job of finding my wit with those who were bound and determined to not be positive. So I thank you if you did join. Thank you very much. Let me know if you did and what you thought, what I could maybe do better next time or do differently. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about that. Like I said, overall, if it was 500K or roughly somewhere around there, that's still pretty good turnout. And hopefully, I think the motivation is still there because things are not stopping. Things are continuously getting worse, and we can't stop. I think there is more and more motivation to push against, to resist. Labor Day was just a hard day, I think, for a lot of people to actually be able to be in an event. So I think the Saturdays work better for availability of people to get out. But anyways, thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, let me know what you think. So till next time, peace, clear talk with love. Later.